Çocukluğumuzda defalarca okuduğumuz ya da büyüklerimizin bize anlattığı masallardan bir tanesiydi Hansel ve Gretel. Ama bu masal diğer masallardan biraz daha farklıydı çünkü içerisinde korkutucu öğeler barındırıyordu. Kötü kalpli bir anne, çocuk yiyen cadılar gibi mesela. 1821 yılında Grimm kardeşler tarafından yayımlanan Hansel ve Gretel tabii ki de gözü aç Hollywood yapımcıları tarafından kaçırılmayacak bir fırsattı. Çocuk kaçıran bir cadının elinden kaçarak karanlık bir yola sapıp yeni bir yola giren Hansel ve Gretel kardeşler artık büyüdüler ve 15 yıl sonra birer cadı avcısına dönüştüler. Şimdi ise intikam almak için beyaz perdeye geri dönüyorlar. Tommy Wirkola'nın yönetmenliğini üstlendiği yapımda masaldaki tüm standart detaylar modern aksiyonla birleştirilmiş. Adının masal olduğuna kanmayın. Şiddet yükü epey fazla bir film. Şimdi eski dostların yeni filminin kamera arkasını seyredelim.
Once upon a time, there were two children, Hansel and Gretel.
It's Hansel and Gretel, 20 years later, and they're angry.
Certainly not the fairy tale we're all used to.
How do you best kill a witch?
Cutting off her head tends to work.
Gretel is the brains behind the operation and Hansel's the brawn. He's the joker, he's the show-off.
Don't! Just don't.
Hansel, he's walking around with this cool-ass leather coat, and I got a shotgun on my shoulder. I like to live like this.
She looks angry.
Face like that, I'd be angry too.
Gretel's gotta be badass. She's gotta match Hansel.
Even though she's a tomboy, she's still sexy.
Good morning. I see you got my invitation.
This is something you've never seen before.
Well, that's new.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know it will be. Really, really exciting. And whatever you do, don't eat the candy.
I play Muriel, and Muriel is the head witch. Let's say she's the most powerful witch, and she sort of rules all the other crazy witches that we have on the movie. Well, you have to give Tommy credit for what he's done with this film. He's taken the very well-known Hansel and Gretel fairy tale and twisted it around, turned it on its head, and done something very unexpected and different with it, so that it's not the fairy tale for little kids anymore, but it's a grown-up version of it, and sort of, you know, what happens after the fairy tale that we've all known is over, and they grow up, and, you know, they go and hunt witches. What's so nice to see, and I cannot say, you know, enough nice things about Tommy, what you want in a director is that you want somebody who knows what he wants. You want somebody who stands up for you. He really went to bat for some of the actors that he wanted and that who's, you know, he had a specific vision in mind. And so he went with very unexpected choices. There are a lot of more unknown European actors in this movie that in most studio films in America, they just won't appear in them. They go for much bigger names. But that, you know, that's Tommy's doing. He had a specific vision in mind. He stuck by it. And then he just fought for as long as he had to get who he wanted for these parts. So, and he's had this throughout, and I see it every single day on set. He's the one with, you know, he's the mastermind behind this entire project. He knows what he wants. He goes after it. He doesn't stop until he gets it. And, you know, that's really nice to feel when you're as an actor in a movie.
They're starting to wonder who they are and why their parents abandoned them when they were kids, and why is it that they do this, and you know, so they're sort of, you know, they're doing their job. It's become quite mundane in a way, even though it's killing witches, and so then something comes into the story which elevates everything and makes it more tense for them, so that, you know, and lots of things come together. I sort of have the same instincts and same mind, and very in tune with one another. Yet they are so different. You know, he is sort of, she is the brains behind the operation, and he's the brawl. You know, he's the action. He's the joker. He's the show off, and she's, you know, she lets him do that. That's how they work. She's very much more the watcher and the serious one. But the thing that I loved about the script, and I think I can speak the same for Jeremy, when reading it, was that the heart of it is a brother and sister relationship. The brother and sister who have been through loads and lost their parents and don't know who they are, and are reliant on one another.
Hansel and Gretel have become bounty hunters. Don't like witches for a very good reason, right? And that's what their lives are. And it's the one line on it's pretty interesting. But it was really important to all of us to want to have that bond, as you said, was really, really important. Going through such a tragedy, when you only have each other, you don't have parents, and witches are trying to eat you. So you gotta take the pain and do something good with it. Hansel and Gretel have this I suppose you could call it a gift that's where their witches' spells don't work on them. What was interesting to me, what Tommy had written, there was a lot of room for character and developing amazing bond and relationships and behavior in a really fantastic world. That there's no rights or wrongs because it's a fairy tale.
Killed them all. Killed us all. 3, 2, 1, action!
When I read the script, I knew it would be a very special twist to the old Brothers Grimm story, even if it includes everything the Brothers Grimm's ever wrote about, really. But it's his twist, and he has a fantastic way of writing, and he is really good at dialogue, even in English. And I wasn't really surprised at all. I was just surprised how smart Tommy is and how broad his fantasy is and the span of his imagination. I knew it would be something spectacular. All the witches, at one day they had 52 here doing their makeup test, and everybody's like 22 guys working with them. And they had to start 3 o'clock in the morning to be ready 6 o'clock. One witch had 3.5 to 4 hours of the prosthetics. I've done it once in my life with the prosthetics, that's enough. And they had to do it over and over and over again. So they look very cool, and I like Tommy's aspect that some of the witches are so sexy and cool.
Mina is kind of special. She's a little bit weird. And I think she's very pure. She's a white witch, and who obviously likes Hansel a lot. Of course, I have heard about Jeremy, and when I was in LA, like it was 5 months before we started to shoot the film, and I had the audition, and I remember when he was walking the hallway, and I was looking at him, and I said, "Okay, here is Jeremy Renner. I have seen Hurt Locker, I have seen The Town, and I'm a big fan of him." And so I was a little bit nervous first, but he's extremely easy to approach, and straight away we had very good connection, and we enjoyed to work together. I enjoyed to work with him so much. I'm lucky.
Ben is Hansel and Gretel's #1 fan, and he's very excited when he finds out that Hansel and Gretel have been called into Augsburg to take care of a witch infestation that's taking place, and so he kind of makes it his mission to sort of find them and talk to them, and he's a little bit starstruck when he first meets them, and he really wants to help them out in this whole witch thing, because that's his passion is witches. The biggest thing that Ben has going for him is that he's very persistent, and he knows a lot about witch hunting, and in the end, like, Hansel and Gretel sort of come to realize that maybe he is more helpful than they first thought. Gemma's just a lovely British girl, and she's very funny, and then Jeremy is also just really, really a cool, nice guy, very down to earth.